Jonathan, how are you? Hey Debbie, how are you? Well, welcome. Where are you from? Alex, how are you? Howdy, howdy, howdy. How's everybody's evening so far? Calgary. Cool. It was another beautiful day here. Temperature made it to about 78 degrees, zero humidity, and beautiful day. That's good news, Kristen. Some sort of bunny rabbit convention there. Jonathan and the house. Good to see motion lights are working. Hey, Matthew in the house. That is great news. Great news, Kay. All they need is motivation. And they got to remember who the parent is. And as soon as they understand that there's consequences for their actions or lack of actions, then they will make adjustments. Blake in the house. How are you, Blake? Folks, please share this video so we can get some other people involved as we continue to try and grow the page. Looks like UPS is already starting their extra shifts. This packages really is starting to pick up that much. Thank you for sharing, appreciate it. Man, the comments are really flying by here. It's hard to keep up with them. If I missed your comments and you want me to know something, please type it again. It may take 2 or 3 times before I can see them all. Got to keep one eye on the road and one eye on the phone, I guess. I had to get more gas. A little ahead of schedule. I filled in yesterday for, hey Danny, how are you? Filled in yesterday. That's not Danny, that's Denny, I'm sorry. Tanya's in the house. Filled in yesterday for a couple day shifts. And, yep. Required an adjustment in the weekly filling up schedule. Yes, I use my own vehicle, man. We're all volunteers. We're all volunteers. This is a volunteer effort. Hey, so the other night, the temperatures dropped down in the 40s, and when it did so, my tires got really low. Can anybody explain to me the phenomenon whereas when there's a big temperature change, the air in your tires will suddenly just go away? Matthew, I'm in the state of Illinois. The village of Rockdale is about 30 miles south of the city of Chicago. The largest city is the city of Joliet, and the city of Joliet surrounds us on all four sides. So we are a little village right in the middle of Joliet. Gate open at 21:40. Time is 8:24. Sunbelt appears to be secure. Been sneezing a lot the last 2 days, but I've also turned the air off in my house, and I had the windows open. So atmospheric pressure, would that, I mean, I can lose enough air in my tire for the low tire alarms to start going off. And I know it's not just me, because at the tire shop, when I waited in line where I get my tires done at, there was a pretty good line over there, people waiting to get air in their tires. So something to do with the weather, and I've never been able to figure that out. And I'm like, you know what? Somebody who's smarter than me should have that answer. So I'm like, I'll just ask. This is obviously a storage facility, and we started this one about a little over a month or two ago now. And the problem here is that people were getting either under the fence or over the fence, and they were finding sheds that were not locked, and they were living in them at night. Actually, there was one shed here where a guy was calling home for quite a while. Really? Was not aware of that. Yeah, I was not one of the smart ones in science class in grade school and high school, so all I know is that 2 or 3 times, the beginning of winter, or when it really drops down to like 20 degrees below zero wind chill factor, then I'll lose 8 or 10 pounds of tire pressure. You know what? I don't go down this aisle much, but I'm going to go down here tonight because I want you to see that on the right side, there are absolutely no shed doors. And on the left, they don't start until about right here. And I think this aisle is one of the most narrowest aisles in this complex. There's only like 8 doors to check here. But instead of backing up here, I'll just circle around and go out the same aisle I was in before. Then I'll check the doors on that side. When I was in the aisle about a minute ago, I checked the doors on the left, now I'm checking the doors on the right. Well, the other day, Chris, my wife walks in after a day of shopping, and hands me the gas cap off of the van she drives. And she says, I put gas in the van, and when I took off the gas cap, it fell apart into all of these pieces. She hands me like 7 or 8 different pieces to the gas cap. I go, okay, well, mark that as unusual. So, I had to go get a new gas cap for that car. I'm like lefty loosey, righty tighty. But yeah, it's not uncommon. If you ever lose a gas cap, just a kind of a pro tip here. If you ever lose, hey, Cliff's in the house. If you ever lose a gas cap, go into the gas station, even if you didn't lose it there, and tell the clerk that you've lost your gas cap. And the clerk will usually pull a box of like 800 of them out from underneath the counter and say, pick one. So if you don't want to spend $15 on a gas cap, just, benefit from someone else's loss and take one of their caps. Well, thank you, Matthew. We've been doing this for quite a long time, but I've never thought about live streaming it before. So we just started live streaming it. And actually, I gotta tell you, I appreciate having you on board with me as I patrol around, because it makes time go by a lot quicker. Before I know it, my hour-and-a-half patrol is over. Good God, that's a lot of money. Matthew, we've done a few things. We haven't, not that we would get involved and put hands on anybody. That's not what we're about. We call the proper authorities. I am a retired sheriff's deputy of 22 and a half years. So I'm well trained, but some of our other volunteers are not. But even with my training, because I'm retired, we call the right people to do the right job now. I'm just a set of eyes and a set of ears. We have noted some things that have led to other crimes that took place in the day getting resolved. And we've helped some people with medical issues. So I'm excited that we were able to do that. We've found some animals, returned them back to the proper owners. Yeah, I think because of liability issues is why you're not gonna see that happen. I mean, I know when Jason does his lives over at the Logan PD and he has a ride-along, he does really well with that. And I understand that there's signed liability waivers, but I would feel very uncomfortable if somebody rode with me, only because where I'm at here, not a very pleasant area, and I would hate for someone to get hurt or injured on my watch just because they were riding along. All right, so the West End, industrial and commercial, is complete. Nothing notable except for the fence, the open gate that's been opened recently. And the time is 8:33. This road construction through here is supposed to take 2 years, and they're on year 1. So I think they're just getting it ready for the long winter break, and then they will start again next spring. On my left is UPS, and it's one of the biggest UPS hubs in this area. And they go into a winter extra shift mode because of all the packages that increase in shipping. So they have that door open, the overhead door open all winter long, no matter how cold it is outside. I can imagine their heating bills. Looks like ahead there's some flashing emergency lights. I wonder what's happening there. Debbie in the house. Yep, folks, so I always ask that if you're new to our stream that you just let us know, you tell us where you're from so that we could appreciate your viewing. Now we go into a little bit of residential patrols, and then we break into some more in the middle of town, some more commercial. Just so you know, the population here in the village of Rockdale, from Michigan, the population here in Rockdale is about 1,800, 1,900 on a good week. The size of the village is roughly 3 blocks from north to south by 1 mile east to west. So we're not a very big village, and like I said, the city of Joliet surrounds us on all 4 sides. We're not a very big village at all. We are about 110 years old. We have our own municipal services, and of course our mayor, our own police department, fire department, school district. So this area here is down, I call it the track area because we're about to approach the railroads just beyond this building on the left. Then it's about a 4-mile stretch. I'm sorry, about a 4-block stretch, not 4 mile, about a 4-block stretch down to the end. And the reason why I was coming back here is because on the left, which you can't clearly see in the patrol pictures or video, is there's a number of propane. Grape and wine country. Nice. Hey Samantha, welcome. There's a number of propane stations or like little locked cabinets. Sometimes these businesses will get busy with their daily duties and they forget to secure the propane cabinets at the end of the day. And people will come down here and make off with their propane tanks. Additionally, even if it is locked, they will cut them open. There's one here, just so you can't see it. They'll cut them open and take out the tanks and take them back for the core charges. So there was a car here one night that we were able to get a license plate off of that I did not recognize. And I guess when he seen us turn the corner, he ran across the tracks and hid in the dark. But because our videos caught his license plate, I guess they were able to put that propane and propane accessories thief before a judge and answer for his crimes. Okay, nothing looked wrong there. Okay, we'll cross the tracks, knock out one or two more industrial areas, and then we'll jump back into residential area. At night, we do more of the industrial and commercial patrols than we do during the daylight hours, because obviously the businesses are closed, and that's when you're going to see more attempts at break-ins, obviously. All right. Hello, Angie, how are you? See, I used to be able to come through here, but recently maybe they're no longer parking in the middle. Nice and secure here. There are two locations that actually have asked us to get out and shake the door handle, make sure the doors are locked. Otherwise, other people have just asked, if you just do a drive-through and make sure none of the car doors are open or any dome lights are on, which would be an indication that someone has tried to access vehicles without permission. But the reason why we don't, and this was a question yesterday on the day shift, and it was a good question. Why don't I get out and try the doors on all of them? Well, the answer to that is because some of the alarm systems are so sensitive that even rattling the door will set off the alarm. So we don't want false alarm calls, right? So that would be one reason why we don't get out and check every door and rattle it. Hey Ryan, welcome. Good, sir. Time is 8:41, and show the gate at 1508 Mound Road. Secure. Cliff, I always like to ask you, how's my tomorrow look? Cliff is from Australia. I'm doing okay. Doing all right. Got a little bit of a scratchy throat thing happening, but I had the windows open at my house, so I don't know if that's an allergy thing or what, but yeah. But other than that, I'm doing just fine. Another beautiful day today. Where have you landed, Ryan? Where have your wheels spun you to of late? Yeah, I think it's allergies too. And I really haven't been around anyone for it to be anything else. Jeffersonville, Indiana. Is that Is that the northern part of Indiana, the middle of the state, or the southern part? Or our crime is not like serious crime. Now I say that, and there's been a couple of murders over the last 20 years. I'll share some stories with you, but the crime we get would be like bicycle thefts, statues. People have, it's in the southern tip, okay, by Louisville, Kentucky. People have a lot of decorative statues out in their lawn ornament statues, and people will steal them. But oddly enough, they don't take them long. They just take them from their owners and put them in other people's lawns within the village as like a joke. Well, that's cool, Cliff. I'm wondering what's going on here. Fire and ambulance. Oh, their house, the house that they're coming in and out of, an older gentleman resides in. I hope that guy's okay. Looks like they're wrapping up here. So, comes a gentleman out for his late evening walk. A lot of people will do their walks in the evening here. Get in their exercise. Let me check out these U-Hauls. U-Hauls look to be okay. Yeah, it looks like those guys are wrapping up. Fire truck is left in. It looks like the ambulance is remaining on site, so it's probably a medical emergency. Hope that gentleman is all right. He's an older guy. All right, a couple more businesses here on the right. Doors are locked. No broken glass. Looking good. We got one door to check on the other side of this building. Then squeeze it back down to the residential. $847. 105 Stillwell. All right, let's knock out these residential streets in here so I don't have to come back here. Get this done with. This guy just put up a new garage, and he's done a nice job. Other crimes, to get back to answering the question that was asked, crimes in the area. So we have that with lawn ornaments happening. We have bicycles happening. We get a lot of people siphoning gas in the area. A lot of people are noticing hoses that are being left in their gas tanks. So when it comes to crime, it's nothing major. Although we're very close to the city of Chicago, there's nothing major. Now in the neighboring town that surrounds us on all four sides, the city of Joliet, oh yeah, There's shootings, there's murders, there's all kinds of things that happen in the town that is just 2 blocks to our west. But you'll have to go into that city several miles before you get to that crime-ridden area. So while we're lucky here not to see a whole lot of serious crimes, I would like to personally think that it's because people know this area has the Village Watch Patrol going through it at 3 different times or 4 different times during the day. I'm not saying I'm the reason why there's a low crime rate here, because our police department does a fantastic job. I'm just saying that if I was one of the bad guys, I would not want to take the chance of getting caught on someone's live stream or video cameras. I also have a camera in the back of this vehicle that's recording, but obviously not streaming. And I have a second camera that's on my dashboard that also streams and records, but doesn't live stream. Those are good questions. Any additional questions that I may assist with? Good questions tonight. I don't see anyone hanging out on the park benches. Everything looks good. Yeah, I came on a little bit earlier tonight than I normally do. Because there's some paperwork I wanted to get done. When I get back home, I want to send out some emails to some people. And therefore, if I go out late to do the patrol, and then I don't get those emails done, yeah, I'm just like so I figured that if I get this patrol done earlier and get the emails out earlier with the video snips. Well, thank you, that's very kind of you to say. Yeah, I just don't want to, plus it seems like Jason will come on or Dan will come on and live stream, and then I get so tied up in those great streams that my emails don't get sent out. So, plus it's the end of the month too, so I want to make sure I get those done. $8.52. E-store secure. Block row. And I gotta get out and check this one. Wow, such kind words. I appreciate it. Alright, I gotta get out and check this door. I'll be right back, guys. That one is locked. Right. Nice and quiet in here early. Oh, and I think I've shown this vehicular device before, but this thing has been parked here for a while. All that emblem says in the car, I don't know if you can read it, says serving justice, serving Illinois. There's no other identifying markers on that vehicle at all. Like, what the heck is that? And it's been sitting there for quite a while. Debbie in the house. Okay, we gotta check out the tennis courts and volleyball courts for our let me see, I try to keep this stream PG-13, right? But it's a gray vehicle, and it's probably a gentleman in his late 40s, mid to late 40s, and every day, not quite so early as it is now, but a little bit later, he is known to visit the park. And it's obviously some sort of a retired cruiser because it's from the early thousands. But what I'm not getting is that emblem on there. Okay, so right now we're at the borderline of Rockdale and Joliet, and just up ahead it gets a little ugly and crime rate, but this little area here seems to be where we'll find someone parked. A little kitty cat or something over there. Nobody hanging out here. Oh, a little kitty cat. Hey, kitty cat. Now, I'm not one to feed these cats like Jason does. But, I don't know. Does this look like a feral or somebody's pet? See if it'll let me get closer. Looks like it's out scouting some food. Doesn't look like it on camera, but I'm about 20 feet from that thing. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. And the kitty's gone. All right. $9 o'clock. Volleyball, tennis courts checked. And we'll check our West. It's called West Park. Cats don't like Cheez-Its. Is that a proven theory? I mean, have you spent time with different flavored Cheez-Its and a number of different breeds of cats? Or is that just your cat that doesn't like Cheez-Its? And as you can see, folks, here's the Halloween decorations already. And it looks like this whole block is doing a little something, something. Off on the left, there are 3 houses in a row that are nicely decorated. Beautiful job. I'm getting in the spirit. You're gonna go with it being feral. Well, if something, 1,000 times my size came at me and just looked at me, I'd run too. Or in my case, because of my weight, I just waddle aggressively away. Or with style. Yeah, I would waddle away with style. Put it that way. Alright, now we're going to enter this park. Here's where it gets a little dicey sometimes. I have... Oh, looks like the local PD is checking me out here, and that's a good thing. He's pulled in behind me and shined his lights on me. I don't know if he's saying hello or if he's just checking me like he should. But anyway, back to what I was saying here. There's a number of cars that I have found down on this little drive here with their lights off, just sitting here. Who has a cat that eats peppers? Good Lord, that's one of those fire-breathing cats, ain't it? Who's got one of those fire-breathing kitty cats? Who was that, Brian? These park benches look to be okay. They're toxic to the kitty cats. All right, now we're back in the residential area. We'll knock out some of the streets. Folks, what I look for when I'm going up and down some of these residential streets is because I've lived in the village a while, I pretty much know every car that people own and drive. I don't know if that's a weird thing or not, but I'm looking for like smoke. I'm looking for open car doors, dome lights. Just looking for the unusual, right? Maybe an open door, broken window, garage that was left open. So far, so good. I like that I'm seeing more American flags hanging from people's homes than I have in the past. You know, Kristen, there's two alleys here that I patrol that I call cat alleys, and each one has cat lovers that live on them. Nothing wrong with that, but they feed them and they become breeding grounds for these cats. So it's not uncommon to see like 50 to 75 cats, mostly kittens, because they stay in that area and they keep breeding over and over. Tomorrow's garbage day, and with garbage day you get all the junkers. Junkers are what I identify as someone who purposely drives around the day before garbage day and sees what's left out on the curb to either be recycled or to be sold. This is big business and taking other people's junk and selling it. But they don't stop there. They see something just further up in the yard that was not meant to be considered trash or garbage. They help themselves to those items. So there's another house that is decorated for the Halloween. Nicely done. heard that there's some people who have had issues. I've seen some people write, well, I'll just toss this out there. I'm a former village official for this village as well. So in the early 2000s, I was honored enough to be elected by the people of this town to serve as one of the village trustees. And I served with great honor. And during those years, the village would receive anonymous letters from people because on our flagpoles in front of the village hall, the state of Illinois flag was even in height with the American flag. And I did not realize that the United States flag should fly higher than the state flag and the local municipal flag if the municipality or city has one. So there is food for thought. So there was a constant complaint about that. And yes, we do see a lot of military people that always complain about that. 1,000 years ago, when I was just a puppy, I did some security work for a security for an oil plant. I worked at the main gate and I would check in and out trucks. And every night it was my job to go out to the flagpole and take the flag down, fold it in this little triangle, and place it on the top of the filing cabinet, whereas the morning shift would reverse the process and hang it back up every day. Well, one night, again, I was 18 years old. It was one of my first jobs. One night, while lowering the flag by myself, it touched the ground. And I heard a truck driver that was sitting over in the parking lot step out of his truck, start swearing and cussing at me like I was some idiot. He approached me and got in my face and started screaming how the flag must now be burned since I allowed it to touch the ground. He went on and on. I tried calming the guy down, and he went on and on for about 15 minutes on how I've desecrated the American flag and how I'm a poor American. So that was my flag experience, and I have always, from that point forward, always honored the flag. I've treated it with respect. Okay, we're done with this residential area. I have one alley. We're about to go down Cat Alley here now. And let's see if we can't find some cats. And also in this alley is where one garage door is known for being left open. The gentleman who resides here is an older gentleman, and most days he just forgets that he's left his garage open. And if it is, we will just simply get out and close it for him. Turn on some bright lights. See if that helps. Alright, I have some bright lights. So right where that mattress is at is where we're checking for, see if that garage door is open. But it is not. They're both closed, so we are good. Now we'll see what we can find in kitty cats out here in Cat Alley. So just past the end of this garage on the right, in this heavily bushed or overgrown area, believe it or not, is the pathway to somebody's house. And in that pathway, in that heavily overgrown area, is the main nesting spot for about 40 cats. And, yeah. So Pauline, how are you? Lori's in the house. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Oh, there's a cat right up there. I think that's a cat. Either that or it's a skunk. No, I'm going to go with that being a cat. Yeah, he climbed that wall right there on the left. Like he was Spider-Man or something. It's hard to come out of that alley because of the angle. Doing fine. Doing just fine today. Now we'll knock out these other streets over here. Looks like this apartment building has power back to it. That's notable because it was condemned a number of years ago and has been sitting empty for a while. It looks like we have a new investor that has decided to try his luck at it. He's got power back to it, so that's a good sign. It means it must have passed some sort of electrical inspection to get that far. I always like to see these houses get renewed, get remodeled, new life brought to them. This bar right here is for sale. And above it, I don't know, I can change it. Above it, there's a number of apartments there. And this bar could be yours for the low, low price of $1.4 million. Pauline, that is fantastic news. I am happy to hear that. Happy to hear that. For those of you that have just joined us, if you have not already liked the page and followed the page, please do so you may be alerted to future live streams. And I believe for those of you that are Instagram people, I believe that one of our volunteers tried to link an Instagram account to this page. I don't know if they've done so successfully. I don't know how. I thought I seen something in there. Wow, so here's some pretty cool Halloween decorations going on here. Jennifer. Hi there. Love the decorations.
Oh, thank you.
Looks fantastic.
We're still working on it.
Yes, little by little.
Yes, sir.
Nice job. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Hi.
You should stop by Christmas.
Oh, I see it during Christmas as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Hi. Bye. Here, I got something for you guys. Here. How about a book? There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Wait, there's a lot of you little ones. So how about another one? And I don't even know what these books are, but you guys can have them. There you go. Okay, you guys have a good night.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Yeah, I keep a number of books here in my van, and I just hand them out whenever I see a little one. They're little picture books, and the more little ones we can get reading books, the better, I always say. So I always hand out books for them to read. Nice. Looks good.
Thank you.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
More people decorating. I love it. Love it to see people decorating. All right. Make a note, I need to film some more books. Hey, it looks like the fire department is out and about. Yeah, this street, I'm excited about this street having, this used to be a very dark street, but they have, hey Gabrielle, they have started to leave more porch lights on out here, which I'm excited about. Because the more street lights you have on, the more porch lights you have on, the less crime you're gonna have in your area. What was that? Alright, that's an open door. It's not something you normally see on a house. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's not right. What's the address? 909, notice that. Get up, take a look, see what we got going on here. That's not right. Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, not a problem. You're very welcome. Have a good night. Okay. Yeah, you don't see many front doors just left wide open. But that gentleman was actually taking out his garbage. Why he left his front door wide open, I don't know. But all is well there. Helped him wheel one of his garbage cans around front. He's an older guy. That's a sweet looking car right there. We don't go down on this dead end at night only because it is so heavily populated with vehicles. You cannot turn around down there anywhere. I don't know how the 20 people who live down there navigate getting in and out of there. So we do not check that area, and there hasn't been any reported issues in that area in this entire time we've been doing this. So I'm not going to go down there and get a ding or a ping or hit someone's car or have to back out 1,000 miles. So what do I miss with this conversation when I was out of the car? Something about a truck. Now this dead end we do go down is really not a dead end. This construction has been going on here for about a year. I don't know. They just dug a hole and they're like, yep, we're done. We'll leave that there for a year. Oh, more Easter bunnies. This is the other cat alley. A lot of rabbits. Good God, there was a lot of rabbits there. Let's go through here. The reason why we focus heavily on this alley is immediately to my left is one of the main drags of Joliet. And if you were going to come into our village, you would sneak in through this alley. So I just want to make sure there's nobody's starting a sneak approach. All right, so other than handing out some books to some children, an open door, some live animals. Helping that guy get his garbage can in the front. Other than that, it's been a fairly quiet patrol night. A couple gates open, and we'll report those. All the doors that we were supposed to check were locked. That's a good thing. This is a very heavily populated vehicular device area as well. I mean, these homeowners, and I'm not the pot calling the kettle black, because I own way too many vehicles myself. But good Lord, everyone who lives right here in this immediate area, they must own 4 or 5 vehicles each, because this area is well packed with cars. Well, this guy's got some pretty bright lights coming at us here. Well, there's a Those some pretty bright lights you got on there, partner. You're gonna come across, or where you going? Turn. All right. Nothing suspicious about you. Keep an eye on that guy. There's somebody left a little mystery cup on here. Yep. I'm done with this cup. Let's set it right here. There's a garbage can right there, but no, let's set this cup right here. Come on, people. Houses look good. That house is for sale again. It just sold. That's for sale again. That's weird. All right, what's happening now? This way. I thought I seen a Facebook posting earlier that mentioned the number of days until Thanksgiving, the number of days between now and Christmas. Wow, now that's kind of cool. Look at that. Somebody's throwing out an older bicycle. That is an old school bike. Look at that. That's kind of cool. I could see Jason riding this thing as his new Unit 6. I know that they're going to Teslas and stuff, but this would really do well on gas mileage for the city of Logan. We are located in Rockdale, Illinois, which is 30 miles south of the city of Chicago. Yeah, I could see Logan PD's emblem on that thing, and and then Jason. But Jason did he did go out and do some bike patrols last year. I remember him doing that, and those were pretty cool. Yeah. Chicago is definitely a city with problems. Oh, look at the beautiful bike. Nice. I always enjoy a nice bike. That is a beautiful bike. Beautiful. Shiny. Glimmers in the headlights of my vehicle. Beautiful bike. Dana, welcome. Are you new? I don't remember your name. And of course, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask all the new people to like and follow us, please. So you can turn on that notification bell so you'll be notified when we do additional streams. Make sure that if we don't know where you're from, you just kind of let us know where you're from and say hi to everybody. You know, there is one of those houses here, but I'm not going to point it out because that's not what I do. Yeah. Local PD know about it, and they've been there many of times. It's not what I'm about. It's not my job, so we'll let them do their job. But yes, we do have one of those here. And I'm sure if our friends were here from Logan, Ohio, they'd eat lunch right in his front yard. Tulsa. Sweet. Yeah, I'm not in the city of Chicago. I am in the village of Rockdale, Illinois. I'm 30 miles south of the city of Chicago. And there's a lot of hills and valleys in this village. So I don't know if you're talking about my streaming internet service or if you're just talking in general about the city of Chicago's internet. Because of all those buildings in the city, whenever I go to the city, my GPS just stops working. It's like, nope, too many tall buildings in this area for you to get a signal on your GPS, so good luck finding where you're going. Notice that there's a lot of cable. Service vehicles in this area. A lot of cable technicians live here. A lot of for sale signs popping up around town. But I guess now is the time to oh, I didn't know that was you, Ryan, that asked the question or made comment. I thought somebody else did. Yeah, if you own a home, now's the time to sell it. Prices on residential homes are just through the roof right now. So, the books. Now, I just went past that house we were talking about earlier. Okay, we'll knock out those last two streets. We will call it a day on the patrol. So thank you all. Always like to do this little closing thing here. Thank you all for coming out with me as I patrol around our village. Make my patrol go so much faster. Like, have I been out here for an hour and a half already? I can't believe that. So thank you for that. For those of you that don't know, if you're watching this stream back and it's your first time watching this, our live streams, you can go back and watch prior ones, either on this page, or you can go to our YouTube page, and the link is somewhere in our Facebook page, and you can watch previously completed patrols. Otherwise, we thank you for being with us. We ask that if you're new, and I've seen many new names today in this stream, thank you all. We ask that you like and follow the page and hit that notification bell. And thank you, Cliff. You have a good day as well, sir. Got to check one more parking lot. And it's my parking lot, and I need to see if a gentleman has returned a trailer. But the trailer is going out first thing in the morning, and if he's returned it, I need to check it in. So I'm doing a little bit of personal stuff here now, so don't tell anybody. All right. But the patrol has finished up. Gotta check on a trailer here. As long as I'm on over here. Drive over here. I mean, who's gonna fire me, right? Alright. And it's dark over here without these lights on anymore. So this is my shop, and for those of you that follow me on my personal page, you know that the guy that owns my building has sold it. And tomorrow's my last day here. And then I'm moving out the last few boxes that I have in there, and a few folding tables, and then we're done. And I took all the lights off the building, but I needed to see if this trailer was back. It is. So I will check that trailer in so it's ready for the morning rental. Perfect. All right, I am now done. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and watching with us. Thanks for the awesome questions. You guys always challenge me with good questions. Thank you. And hopefully I will stream tomorrow when I'm out and about. If not, I'll see you in the next live stream. Or for those of you that see me in other people's streams, I'll chat with you over there. Have a good night, and thanks for watching Village Watch Patrol. Goodbye.